Hello everybody and welcome back to Aviary Attorney with yours truly, SlowWolf. Today we're going to be going to Studio Robinho. Let's go there right now. We could also go back to Chateau Clinière for reasons, I guess. I'm actually kind of tempted to visit it one more time because it doesn't have an hour clock next to it, so it's not a big difference if we decide to go there for half a second. Back here already? I thought you wanted to meet the photographer. Come on, Falcon, time's a-wasting. Oh, so we can't. Alright, wonderful. Off to Studio de Robinho then. It's worth a shot, you know. So, this is the studio of the famous photographer. Shall we knock? Wait, there's a note on the door. Ahem. The magnificent and marvelous artist, Monsieur Robitio de Robinho, is currently out on an artistic expedition. Damn it, we should have gone here earlier. He shall return when his muse sees fit. When his muse sees fit? What does that even mean? I think it means that he is a pretentious bird brain, but in any case, the artist seems to be out. What shall we do now? We should knock anyway, for sure. We should knock anyway. Alright, I don't see the harm. Nope, it doesn't look like he's in, Falcon. We should break in. Sure. We should break in. What? Are you serious? Maybe. Monsieur J.J. Falcon, I would have thought that a man of justice like yourself would be against such reckless display of unlawful barbarism. You're right, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over. It's a brilliant suggestion. Stand back, I'm barging the door down. Wait, just like that? Shouldn't we discuss this first? What in bird Jesus' name was that? You said you wanted to break in. I thought we could find an open window. I didn't think you would turn into a bird-sized cannonball. Well, now we're here. We ought to make the most of it. This place is quite something. It's very... swanky? I was going to say ostentatious. That's just swanky talk for swanky. We don't have time for this. The sound of a door being smashed in could be drawing unwanted attention. We should find anything that may help our case and get out. Alright, so, things to look for would be a camera, if we could find it. Oh, like, that's it right there. That's gotta be the camera. There's that room, there's a bunch of pictures. Let's click those. I see a bourgeois tigress in profile. Wonderful, what's this? I see a finely dressed dandy fellow upon a horse. Good, what's this? I see paints, inks, dyes. I'm not quite sure what the clear liquid in this bottle is. I could taste test it. You could, but we don't have time for a hospital visit right now, so let's not. This appears to be a photograph of a ladder, symbolic of climbing towards success, perhaps. It looks more like a stepladder to me. Oh no, we're not getting into that old argument. Oh my god, that's amazing. So, in all the Phoenix Wright games, stepladders was a thing too. That's beautiful. Did I take this one already? A beautiful picture of the Paris skyline. Given the angle, this must have been taken from Notre Dame Cathedral itself. Oh, that's nice. This is a photograph of a castle somewhere in the countryside. You know, I once had an uncle who fell off a castle rampart while on guard duty. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Did he die? No, he got demoted. Oh, terrible. A butterfly, or maybe a moth. It's difficult to tell in black and white. A lighthouse? No, wait. It's a man in a top hat. Actually, if I squint and turn my head sideways, it's a black smudge falcon. This is a tiny photograph of what appears to be a jail cell. That reminds me. How illegal is this? You know, breaking and entering, rifling through a person's belongings. It's cool. We're lawyers. It's probably a little illegal. Well, it's illegal, yes, but we're trying to solve a murder case, so it's forgivable. Oh, so you're saying that a small act of evil is justifiable in the results of a greater good? Don't put words into my beak! Oh my god, that's kind of amazing. This is a picture of a fence. It's a fancy photograph. It leaves the viewer defenseless. Out of all the pictures we have here, I would pick it as my favorite. Okay, I'm done. No more fence puns. That's actually brilliant. I loved every one of those. Is there anything else around here? No? Okay. So the only left to do is the one above the door and the actual door itself. A picture of a sailing ship on a windy day. Oh, nice and easy. Good. In through here. Hey, Falcon! Look! What? It's just an easel. No, 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 no! Look what's on the other side of the easel! No, wait. Not on the other side. Sorry. Look what's on the easel! Oh, wow. This must be a copy of the photograph from the evening of the murder. Huh. There's no question. There's no question about it. I see a housemaid, Dame Cataline, and I think that's Seigneur Portois, Cataline's father. So what shall we do? Do we just take this? We should definitely take it. I think we should definitely take it. We've come this far. We may as well borrow it. Studio photograph has been added to my evidence folder. Is there anything else we need to do here? Well, here's the thing with the evidence folder, is that that's probably not going to be admissible in a court, but I think we are... Wait, there's this! A chandelier! You should get one of those for the office! I don't have the money for that sort of luxury. Yeah, well, let's be honest, no one really does. It's kind of crazy to think otherwise. I think that's everything. I think we're done snooping. Let's get out of here before we draw further attention to ourselves. Sounds good to me. So, that was crazy. Uh-oh. Oh, mon Dieu! What happened to my door? What do we do? I want to be honest. Let's be honest. Well, Monsieur Robinho, it's like this. You see, we are attorneys who have been hired for the purpose of... Raven! A raven did it! We saw the whole thing! What are you doing, Sparrow Son? I've got this. I'm not going to jail because your conscience is acting up. Nobody's going to jail. Just take it easy. Ugh. Damn ravens. They're always after our shiny objects, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Let's make a move. Trial day is approaching fast. Right, let's go. Holy crap. This game. Where do I even begin with this? Alright, well. What happens if we go back to the office? Can we check our stuff? Falcon! It's the trial day! Stop messing around! We need to head to the courthouse already! Well, I want to check out my evidence. Let's see. A cigar was found at the bottom of the fountain in Rorgoy's garden. It can only be reached with a little waiting. The clock at Baron Rorgoy's lounge has no hands. The photograph we borrowed from Robinho's studio. It shows Coline, Cataline, and Pertois. Missing silverware. Coline, the housemaid of Chateau Clignel, has confessed to stealing silverware from the household. They ate steak. This is a red herring, quite literally. There is a camera by photographer Robiccio that attended the banquet. And Pertois' letter. So, if this easel is what I think it is, then that's a photo that Rorgoy did not expect to have actually exist. I was just... No! We're going to be late! Alright, so yes, I understand that we're going to be late. Let's go. We have a court proceeding to get to. Falcon and Sparrowson stand inside the marbled portico of the Palais de Justice, awaiting the opening of the Tribunal de Grande Instance. Are you nervous, Falcon? Nope. Nope. We've got this case in the bag. Look at my feathers. See? Totally unruffled. Wow! At least one of us is feeling confident. Monsieur Falcon, Bertie Sparrowson, is there anything you need me to do? No. We've got a handle on things. Falcon was just telling me how confident he was feeling about the case. Oh, that's wonderful. I just know you two will pull through. Let's move it along, fellas. I'll be watching from inside. Do your best for me, Monsieur Falcon. We will. Are we ready? Yeah, we're ready. Alright, let's do this! This is my favorite part of these kinds of games. Oh my god. This is brilliant. Judge Maxime. Alright, settle down, everyone. Settle down. Is everybody here? J.J. Falcon, present. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Rupert Ravington present. The ready is prosecution, Your Honor. Oh, darn, that's not it. Oh gosh, where are my notes? Ha! I knew it!
Knew what?
Rupert and I went to Paris Law School together. He was in all of my classes.
Oh, was he smart?
No, he always scored the second worst marks in the class. I can only assume that he bumbled through the final exams on the luck of his 2 rabbit's feet. Unless he improved considerably, you might already have this trial in the bag.
That's good to know. But say, Sparrowson, if Rupert scored the second lowest marks in the class, then who scored the lowest?
I choose to exercise my right to not self-incriminate. Oh, here it is. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Are the jury all present?
All present and accounted for, Your Honor.
Hey, Falcon! I thought there were only 6 members of the jury for cases like this. Why do I count 8? Oh, those 2 birds with the funny hats are assesseurs, the associate judges. Everything seems to be in order, so let's us begin. The court is now in session for the trial of Dame Cataline de Meow. Prosecution, please call your first witness to the stand.
Oh gosh, are we there already? Okay. I choose to call the officer in charge of the murder investigation, Inspector Valerity, to the witness stand.
Inspector Valerity, please approach the stand and recite the oath. Oh my gosh. This man's terrifying looking. He's got an eye patch. He's badass. As you will, Your Honor. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Monsieur, no, Inspector, please, state your, name and occupation for the record, please.
My name is Inspector Just Valerity. I am a servant to the law, a scourge to the gutter rats that plague this city. I have enforced the law for over 20 years, and I shall continue until I bring the infamous Viridian killer to justice. My path begins 18 years ago. Let's stick to the questions, Inspector. Of course, Your Honor.
Oh, great. I was hoping we could have one of those bumbling cuddly officers, but instead we're stuck with this lawful goody two-shoes. I bet this guy would turn in his own mother if he saw her littering. So, Inspector, is it true that you're the lead investigator on this case?
That is correct. I was also among the first to arrive at the scene of the crime.
Then perhaps, you could walk us through what you witnessed upon your arrival.
Absolutely. Just after 7:30, we were alerted and brought to the scene by the housemaid of Baron Roerguy. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline de Meow. She was standing over the corpse of Mr. Grenouille with his blood on her paws.
Well, that sounds like an open and shut case in my humble opinion. No more questions, Your Honor.
Bloodied paws? Nobody told me that detail.
Keep it together, Falcon. We're about to be given the opportunity to cross-examine the witness. That's your opportunity to find flaws in the inspector's testimony.
Of course. I know this. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Falcon. Oh, jeez. Oh, this music's amazing. Cross-examine the witness to find flaws in his testimony. Select a key phrase that you find suspicious, and Falcon will press the witness for information. Ask the right questions to bring the truth to light. Avoid pressing for pointless details. The judge and the jury don't like having their time wasted. Select a statement to question. Okay, so the housemaid, I think that checks out. At the scene of the crime, we found Dame Cataline. She was standing over the sliced open corpse of Mr. Grenouille with blood on her paws. Hold on, I need to look at some of the details. Specifically, the book of the face. Okay. Okay. Okay, I don't know exactly what I'm looking for here. But let's see. Sliced open corpse seems to mesh with what we know. The scene of the crime, Dame Cataline was there. She was there with blood on her paws? Okay. I'd like to know how it was sliced open. I would like to ask about the corpse of Monsieur Grenouille. Go on. Tell me about the slash. Inspector, could you describe the cut on Mr. Grenouille's corpse? Certainly. It was a single vertical slash. It was fine, a deep cut. The sort that you would expect to see from a sharpened saber or surgeon's knife.
Or a cat's claw?
Certainly. Wait. You say a saber or a knife could have inflicted the wound. Isn't this line of investigation that's worth pursuing?
Don't be daft, Falcon. Did you see or hear anything about a knife or a sword at the crime scene?
Did I? No, to be honest, I heard the exact opposite. Ah. Oh, I figured it out. Well, no. Okay, that's no big deal. Well, no, I didn't. But it's a possibility, is it not?
Without, evidence, it's a pretty unlikely possibility, so let's stick to the facts.
Do you have another question about the corpse of Mr. Grenouille? Not really, no. Select a statement to question. Blood on her paws. Here we go. I figured it out, I think. Inspector, you say Dame Cataline had blood on her paws.
Correct. Blood clung to her fur, like...
Wrong voice. Correct. Blood clung to her fur like guilt to a convict. Whose blood was it? Ha! What a question. It was Mr. Grenouille's, of course. How can you be so sure?
I object to this line of questioning is absurd. There was only one murder victim that night, Falcon. The blood on Dame Cataline's paws could have only belonged to one person, Mr. Grenouille. Judge! Falcon's trying to delay the trial by asking pointless questions.
I'm afraid the prosecution may have a point, Mr. Falcon. Do you have any reason to suspect the blood belonged to someone other than Mr. Grenouille? I do, Your Honor. Actually, I have more than suspicion. I have evidence that the blood on Dame Cataline's paws had nothing to do with the murder.
This is foolish, time wasting, Falcon. If the blood on Dame Cataline's paws didn't come from the victim, then where did the blood come from?
The steak? Ya nerd! On the evening of the murder, Dame Cataline ate a bloody rare steak.
Is this true?
Is this true, Monsieur Rabbington?
Well, in a manner of speaking, I suppose steak may have, been on the menu.
Then, Inspector, would you acknowledge the possibility that the blood on the lady's paws did not belong to the victim, but to the steak?
Well, wait, don't answer that, Inspector.
It is a possibility.
No!
Intriguing, pretty convincing. You gained a little favor with the jury. Oh, that's nice. So, Inspector Valerti, is it possible that you arrested an innocent bystander simply for being a messy eater?
Now, hold on just 1 minute, Falcon. You are overlooking something quite crucial. Dame Cataline is an elegant bourgeois kitten. She was, no doubt brought up with the flawless etiquette and, perfect table manners. At the banquet, she would have eaten the steak with a fork in her left hand and a knife in her right, like any, proper civilized animal. How could she have possibly gotten blood on her paws with such good manners?
Oh, that is a good question. Or at least it would be at any ordinary dinner banquet. But as it happens, something was missing from that particular banquet. Something that forced Dame Cataline to eat with her paws. The silverware. Dame Cataline was forced to eat steak with her paws because the silverware of the household had been previously stolen.
Stolen? I don't recall any mention of that in the police report.
We weren't aware of anything missing from the Rorgueil residence when we performed the initial investigation. But as it happened, Baron Rorgueil approached us about this very subject last night.
Ah!
Innocent, perhaps? What a twist! You gained a little favor with the jury. Very nice.
What is the meaning of all this? Bloody steak? Misplaced silverware? Inspector, or was your investigation so lax that you overlooked these basic facts in your initial report?
Lax? My investigation? Judge, I assure you I am the most thorough investigative officer on the force.
Then it is amazing that the Parisian police managed to solve any crimes at all.
Hey. Oh, dear.
Be on your way, Inspector. Perhaps do a little inspecting for your next case.
Fine, so be it. Messieurs, until next time.
Prosecutor, I trust your next witness is ready.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. I call upon, Monsieur Robizio Robinho, the photographer who attended the banquet on the night of the murder.
Monsieur Robizio Robinho, please approach the stand and recite the oath.
Hey, bud.
How does it go? I swear to speak without hatred or fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. It's a little cliche, to be perfectly honest. Could, the witness please introduce himself for the, court record, please?
As if anybody in this courtroom does not immediately recognize me. I am the great Monsieur Robizio Robinho, cutting-edge photographer and visionary. I don't just take people's pictures, I capture their very essence. Je suis l'artiste, tu es une pipe. I am the artist, you are a pipe. You may have seen my works in hit magazines like Le Branché or C'est Chouette. I can send you tweets if you like.
What on earth is a tweet?
Bird-to-bird communication. Come on, Falcon, it's the 19th century. Get with the times already. Yes, your works are very, impressive, Monsieur Robinho, but let's get down to business. Could you tell us your, activities were on the night of the murder? Very well. Very well. I was hired by Baron Rorgueil to capture the evening's events. I arrived at 7 in the evening. I pointed my camera, I captured the beauty of the banquet in one fantastic photograph. Then, I billed Baron Rorgueil, and I left. Like a true artist. And, with regards to the photograph itself, who did you photograph? I thought you might ask. I brought a copy so you could all see for yourselves. Oh, very good. Let's take a closer look. That's different. My word. This is an exquisite picture, isn't it? So, let's see. Who do we have here? In the middle, we see Baron Rorgueil, the lion who hosted the event. On the left, we see Seigneur Pertois du Miao, the father of the defendant of Dame Cataline. And finally, we see the housemaid, Colleen Duo, who I suspect may have snuck into the picture uninvited. As you can see, two people were clearly absent from the photograph. The first is the victim, Mr. Grenouille. The second is the defendant, Dame Cataline de Miao. Quite suspicious. Wouldn't you agree?
Just a moment, Mr. Ravington. This proves nothing. So the defendant and the victim were not photographed with the others. That does not mean that they were in the garden together at that point.
Hold your horses, Falcon. I'm not done yet.
The prosecution may continue.
Behind the photograph subjects, we see a wall clock with the time at 7:30. Now, why is that time significant? Well, as Inspector Valerity told us earlier, that was that was the exact time that the murders took place. Do you see, Falcon? Every suspect has an alibi at the time of the murder, save for Dame Cataline herself.
Hey, Falcon, that photograph doesn't seem right. It looks different from the one that we borrowed from Robinho's studio.
I see it too. Our photograph shows Colleen Duo, Dame Cataline, and Seigneur Pertois. But Monsieur Robinho's photograph shows Baron Rorgueil, where Dame Cataline should have been standing. If we assume that only one photograph was taken, then this demonstrates that one of the photographs must have been edited in some way.
You should just slam the evidence down. Be like, BAM! Inconsistency. The whole courtroom is out of order. Case closed.
I can't do that.
Well, I suppose you could be a little bit more delicate with your words.
No, I mean I can't do that because our evidence was illegally obtained. If I were to present it, Monsieur Robinho would ask how we acquired it, and the whole trail could derail. In the worst case scenario, I could lose my legal license, and we would be arrested for theft.
Oh. Well, we don't want that.
No, we don't. I should tread lightly. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness. Very well. The defense may proceed.
It's a waste of time, if you ask me. Photographs are rock-solid evidence.
Yeah, well, I disagree. And we'll have to find out how much I disagree in the next episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I know I sure did. And we'll cross-examine this pompous bastard in the next video.